Hello everybody, Sir Doge here with an RU match. The team is switched up a little bit this time. I swapped out a couple things to add a couple things in. One of the things that's worth noting, and you'll see the team up on the screen right about now, the Diancie build is a little bit of a weird one. I've been kind of trying out weirder things to try to see what works. And it's just an interesting Assault Vest Diancie set. It helps. I don't know. I was originally using it to set up rocks, and I thought this would be kind of cool. But you'll see in the next few episodes as well. It does some things pretty well. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to open with that Diancie and see what I can do. So I get hit by the superpower, and I go for Rock Blast. Or Nature Power, I mean. And it takes a decent chunk. And I'm trying to get a boost here, and I'm not getting any luck here. So I probably should have pulled out here, but I kept staying in here, and I'm not getting nowhere with it. So Diancie's going to end up going down here, which is rough, but what can you do? So I'm going to send an Absol, and I'm going to Psycho Cut. It's going to take a decent chunk, and it's going to Giga Drain some of it back. But I'm expecting a switch here, because a second Psycho Cut will finish it off. So I go Superpower, hoping Tyrantrum comes out, and it's Sigil instead. So I'm going to send in Jealous and try to deal with this. And this thing is kind of a bit of a thorn in my side. I would have kept Absol in to begin with if I didn't have the debuff, but there wasn't much I could do. So I'm going to go back and forth with this for a while because there's not really a whole lot I can do to it. Even the burn's not going to do anything. So Stored Power is going to do a lot of damage. And I'm realizing this is not going my way. So it's just going to keep roosting back any damage I deal to it, and generally being annoying. So I'm going to try to break this Substitute and then get something in to hit it. So it's just going to keep stocking up. And this was his biggest mistake, I think. Because you'll see sooner or later, that defense doesn't do a whole lot for him. So I managed to break the Substitute, and I swap into Absol. And of course I'm immune to Story Power, so it's nice. I go for the Night Slash, and it just wrecks it. So that's one thing down. Now Fur comes in here, and I didn't know at the time, but it looks like it was Choice Scarf. So I'm going to take Retaliate pretty well with Quillfish against the debuff. I'm noticing this is where I'm starting to get suspicious of it. I'm going to set up spikes as best as I can. That's the best thing I can do with this right now. And this is just gonna, this Celio is gonna be really annoying, and it's gonna fight me bitterly to the end. I'm gonna set my spikes and swap into something that could probably deal with it, but it was a pain. I'm putting Houndoom, and I'm thinking maybe it can do something with the Dark Pulse or Fire Blast for that matter, and I'm getting nowhere with it. I'm kind of trying to test how much I can do to it, and it's not working, so it's great. It rests off the Paralyze, so I'm thinking, great. So I swap into Jolteon. I figure my only shot is just try to Thunderbolt the thing into the ground. And this time I won't get far enough into it to cause it to die, but it's going to get close. So it's going to rest it off again. And that's going to set it back up. But Choice Specs Jolteon is going to be enough to finish it off in 4 hits. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and hope for the best. So it's going to wake up on this turn and hit me with an Ice Beam, which I'm not going to really appreciate, but I'll survive. And it swaps out here. And it swaps out into the Thunderbolt that's still going to finish it off. So it sends back in for it, and I'm thinking it's going to Revenge Kill again. So I just kind of let it take my Jolteon, because Jolteon's done this job. And he swapped Jellicent. I swapped Jellicent in, and he swaps in his Spiritomb. And that Sucker Punch is going to hurt a lot. But I'm going to get the Scald and the Burn. So I know that pretty much the only thing he's going to use to hit me is Sucker Punch, so I'm going to recover. And he actually goes for Pursuit here. I'm not sure why, but it's going to be enough to take it out. And then the Spike's going to take out the Celio there. And yeah, the Fur is not going to really appreciate those spikes either. The knockoff is going to finish it off. And this is where I'm starting to think it's Scarfed. So I go for a Sucker Punch, and it's going to be enough to take it out. So yeah, I'm going to go for another Sucker Punch and end up finishing it off. So Absol did a lot of work in this one, and I definitely like this team because the spikes help set up my Absol